Good afternoon, all, and welcome back to today's podcast, episode 4. Today we'll be talking about the term consistency. Here myself is Jeremiah Ezekiel, and my co-host here, my
Dr.
colleague
Zenith.
here. And so I'll be moving forward to speak about the term consistency. So I'll leave it for my colleague here, Dokas, to have something to say.
Okay, speaking on consistencies, for me, I think consistency is when you're being focused on something, even
Okay.
though that thing doesn't go the way
No,
you
you
want
plan.
it to, but you still keep trying. You
Keep
still,
doing
even though
it.
you fall, you still feel like I need to do this thing till I get to it, like till I win.
Okay, so let me add to what you're saying. So in my other way now, in terms of business, because I'm a business person, doing that thing, even if you're not seeing results, because some people might just say, Mama, I don't do this thing, I don't do this thing. Okay, let's say now, let's use the scenario of, they say, 99 day for the thief,
thief.
1 day for the owner. Do you know how consistent that thief has been stealing?
Not
Been
like he
doing-
has all had failures, but there are most times they even catch him, beat him to stupor, but he still wants to steal
Definitely. So you see, so if a thief can actually be consistent in stealing,
for 99 days.
stealing, you understand? Being consistent in bad thing. So why not now
Channel
that energy to somewhere?
something good.
You understand? And just like I tell people that our bad habits, we have bad habits. Even I still have bad habits. At least, but I've eradicated the old ones I used to. So let's say now, bad habits. Let's say habits is just like doing that thing every single time. You cannot do it.
Can't do without it.
That's the best way of saying this is consistency.
Yes.
You cannot do without that
Yes.
settled thing. So let's say if you want to be consistent, you wake up in the morning, you have, okay, let's say there's no day you don't, if you're a lady, you're on your period, there's no day you don't change your pad. You cannot walk out the door without changing your pad because you have this offensive smell. And if you're a guy, you have bad breath. You have to be consistent in brushing your teeth.
Yes.
You understand? So you cannot tell me wake up in the morning without taking your bed. And you're telling me you're being
Yes.
consistent.
Like, let me come in there. Like, there are most people that have their morning routines.
Okay.
There are most people that when they wake up in the morning, they will pour hot water, they drink
Clear the
it just to train their voice.
Okay.
Most people use it to train their voice. So they do it every day. Like, you can imagine somebody that was born with a cracked voice who eventually, all of a sudden, just
Yes.
have this melody in his voice. And people will be like, oh, some like Nigerian mentality be like it's juju.
Mhm.
But he's consistent in whatever he feels like is good for his voice. And that's what got him there.
Okay. So I'll always want to have the reference to the Bible, the biblical character, because our podcast is the Christian podcast. So I'll likely want to give kudos to the Bible characters. So let's say, Daniel. We all know the story of Daniel in the lion's den.
Yes.
You know, he was focused.
Yes.
Even when he was thrown, the king Nebuchadnezzar, I think, because I still remember the story.
No.
You know, I still understand the story of him being consistent. He was thrown in the lion's den, and then you know that the people thought that if he's thrown in the lion's den,
Why he was being thrown into the lion's den, but he was consistent in what he was doing, which they wanted him to stop.
yeah,
But he kept doing it till he landed him even into trouble. But he was still doing it even in the lion's den. He was still doing it.
but in our generation now, the Gen Z, I'm not going to lie because that's how I'll be put into test. I might not be consistent in what I was doing.
Yes.
You understand? I might even deny the fact that I have faith in God, but God forgive me. But we in the world, I'm not Jesus Christ. I'm not even Daniel.
You can't do.
I'm not even praying to be Daniel. I'm Ezekiel. Of my own, that's my name. I'm going to be me, the best version of me. So let's look in our generation now. So what will you say, or what will you advise the generation out there, the Gen Z, ourselves, and the old baby boomers, the other generation? What do you think they should do being consistent?
Okay, I'll just advise that you don't quit.
Okay.
No matter how difficult it is, no matter how the road, there are bumps on the road, don't quit. Because the moment you quit and something you introduce to somebody and that person succeed in that thing, and you now look at yourself and you're like, oh, if I didn't quit, I would have been where this person was, or I would have even been maybe above this person,
Okay.
you start having hate in your mind. You understand? Yes. That's a typical African mentality. The first thing is envy and hate. Nobody wants to try their own. They will just want to like say, oh, he did it through juju or something. They don't want to know that you can actually do something by yourself and win. So I will always advise the Gen Z vet and every other person that is a youth that in anything you're doing, be consistent about it, especially in something good. Because even though that thing one day will land you into trouble, but at the end of it, there's always the
So let me come in now. So just let me help you out there. You say we should be consistent.
Yes.
So if we can be consistent in doing bad things, why don't we be consistent in doing the good thing?
you can. That's what they say. What you believe in works for you.
Yeah.
If you don't believe in yourself that I can actually stop lying, you will not stop lying.
Then first of all, you have to see the fact that you're lying.
Yes, that you're wrong.
You're
you
wrong.
understand?
That's
If you cannot see that you're wrong,
you will never ever change.
you'll never change.
So now I'm going to give you a life scenario of my life. I posted something on my status earlier today. Way back 2021, I think, before I got admitted to Unical, University of Calabar, I used to sell newspaper on the streets of Calabar, MTC, if you know Wapi Junction, Mobile.
Precise.
Yeah, where those boys sells phone accessories and everything. I'll always use myself as the scenario because I will not tell you go and check the life of Davido. I don't know his
You don't know his background.
I
like
don't know
how
his grass to great
don't know.
story. I always use something familiar, and I wish I'll be okay. Even if someone tomorrow say show you a proof, I can even show you a proof here. But I want you, and people are watching this actually know me. I'm not blaspheming or anything. I'm saying my life story here. So I used to tell newspaper, yeah, my brother trained himself with a newspaper. I'll give kudos to him. My brother, his name is Jeremiah Edidiongodwa. He sold newspaper and trained himself to school at Akwa Ibom State University. But he did that. That actually worked for him. He was consistent.
Yeah.
The little break he had in school, he came back. He hustled. He went back. He was consistent in doing that.
Yes.
But all of a sudden, I'm not going to say, I will not say what worked for him did not work for me. Again, how God changed my story. It's left for God.
Yes.
I'm not allowed to tell you this. Even if I'm on live, I can never tell you my 100% of my life. Because what is the point of saying I have a secret, I have privacy? We all have privacy. You get me? So what I'm saying now is, I saw newspaper since when I was just 2. And I was doing this thing. I saw people coming back from school the other day. I will tell you, delay is not denial. I wrote my first, West Africa, WAEC, but I did not make it. But I felt like it didn't stop me. I had to hustle. I had to save up. I had to put in the work, not just saying I want to motivate myself.
Yes.
The motivation is one thing and doing the thing is one thing as well. So you get me? So what I tell people is that use my life as a case scenario. At least you know me.
Yeah.
So if this thing works for me, it can actually work for you. So I kept believing
that one day you get there.
So my friends and my viewers here, what I'm always going to say is keep doing that thing. Keep doing it. Even if you're failing, even the person that invented the bulb did it, I think how many times, but failed. So I'll give kudos to everybody there that is doing it. Consistency is the key, not just motivation. Put in the work. You get me? So put in the work. Life will actually favor you, not just live a dead dream. Because if you have this dream and you're not putting in the work,
your dream.
So what's the point?
It's a dead dream.
It's a dead dream. So me, I do not want to live in a dead dream.
Yes.
I live in reality. So you get me? So my well wishes, all I have to say is be consistent. Keep doing it. That's like there's a brand say, just do it. Just do it. Doesn't matter. Just do it. Keep doing it. So I will have to leave room for my colleague here to say something before I say goodbye for the day.
Okay, first of all, I want to thank you very much for hosting me on today's episode.
Okay.
Really, I didn't really expect it, but as we always say, God knows best. It's not like I expected it, but I'm really impressed with what I had to share today, considering the topic consistency. So I'll still give my word. I'll say, be good in anything you do, even though you fail, even though the person that showed you this thing did not make it, you can always make it.
You can do it. If I can do it, you can do it.
You can do it. So consistency.
Yeah. So thank you for watching for today's episode, and I hope and you click on our YouTube, our Facebook and TikTok. We have all social media, and just kindly subscribe, and God bless you. See you out on episode 5. See ya. Bye.